Alright guys, I wanted to make a video about general investment strategy for 2022. I know we're 5 months through the year already, but I keep getting all these messages from people about, is this set good? What do you think this set will do? Is this set worth buying? And I feel like some people are kind of missing the point. I published two videos recently. One was called Modern Standard Pokemon Will Always Be Investable, and the other was called something like Stop Panicking, Keep Buying, and Keep Making Money, or something like that. And in both of those, I went back and I looked at a bunch of historical pricing data. I made various assumptions about when you might have bought a product, which was always on release day. I just assumed the worst day to buy, which is release day. And I made assumptions about what your basis might have been if you had bought back then. And I did these analyses for Pokemon products of the Sun and Moon era, and then Pokemon and Magic products from 2020. And what the analysis showed was that the compound annual growth rate of all of those products, almost every one of them, beat the S&P 500. You didn't have to be smart. You didn't have to pick winners. All you needed to do was cast that wide, thin net, buy a little bit of everything, and hold on to it for 2 or 4 or 5 years. And you'd beat the S&P 500 on all of it. There is no strategy to this, guys. You don't have to be smart. You just have to be patient. And that's exactly what I'm here to advocate for 2022. Look at all the releases. Magic is releasing 8 sets this year. 8 sets. Last year was 7. This year is 8. Flesh and Blood is releasing probably 3, and then the history pack, and then the other products like the Dorinthia Rhinar Battles thing. Pokemon is releasing its normal 4 regular sets, and then they have like the Pokemon Go set and maybe another kind of supplementary kind of set where they don't release booster boxes. But then Pokemon also, you've got booster boxes and ETBs and collections and tins and precons and all of this dizzying array of products. And people keep asking things like, is this worth buying? Is this a good product? Is this expansion going to be good? Craig, what do you think? And I mean, I appreciate that you want to know what I think, but the answer is not complex. The answer is look back at the previous data, look back historically what sealed product has done, and you see that almost every sealed product from almost every expansion beats the S&P 500 on long-term growth rates. And so don't fret over trying to be smart, over trying to pick the best one. Don't worry about, am I going to pick the one that makes 30% compound annual growth rate or 40%? I mean, yeah, it'd be nice if you could pick the 40% one every time. You'd come out with a lot greater returns over the long run. But any way you slice it, nearly every one of these products is a winner. So don't worry so much. Don't try to be so smart. Just be patient. Nobody is that smart. They always talk in the stock market about people who pick stocks, people like Warren Buffett. And, Warren Buffett, he had a great fundamental strategy for how he did things. Some people will argue that his strategy only worked in a different era. I don't think that's really true. But he just had a good fundamental strategy, and he repeated it in a patient and disciplined way over the course of many decades. And so that's how he did great. It's the people who try to be stock pickers, who think that they are going to outsmart everyone else. It's highly unlikely that you are smarter than everyone else. I'm certainly not. I'm just patient. So don't try to be too smart. Don't try to think that you're going to pick the best product. And all the negativity you hear, it's every single set that comes out, people are negative about. When was the last time people were excited over a set coming out? Was it Modern Horizons 2? That was what, June or July of last year? People are negative on almost every set. And yet, you look back and you say, the worst performing product from the Sun and Moon era on a booster box basis has returned like 15% compound annual growth rate. It's been better than the S&P 500. You didn't have to pick the correct one in 2017 and 2018 during the Sun and Moon era. You simply had to buy every set, cast the wide thin net, figure out what your budget is, divide it by the number of expansions in whatever games you're going to be investing in, and just spread it thin over all of those and you'll be fine. So, I keep getting the messages though that everybody wants to know what the hot tip is and, what's the best performer going to be. Don't worry about it. Wide thin net, buy everything. It'll all do great. In 4 or 5 years, you'll look back and you'll say, man, every one of these products blew the S&P 500 out of the water despite all the screeching on Reddit. Don't worry about it. Let me know what you think. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. Join me on Final Trade. Thanks, guys.